Good afternoon. My name is Mason Balch, class of 2018, and it is my pleasure to present Todd Francis, class of 1983, for induction to the Hall of Fame. Todd Francis was no stranger to Williston when he enrolled here in the fall of 1977. The son of longtime athletic director and coach Rick Francis, Mr. Francis grew up right here on campus. Not surprisingly, the apple didn't fall far from the tree, as athletics became a big part of his Williston experience. An accomplished three-sport athlete, Mr. Francis won the Denman Award given to the top senior boy athlete in the school. In the fall, Mr. Francis captained and was the MVP of his father's 1982 football team. During the winter, he played hockey for Coach Bob Shaw. While he was a strong contributor to both these programs, he made his biggest impact in the spring as a member of the lacrosse program. A 3-year starter at goalie, Mr. Francis captained the team as a senior, earning all New England honors. He then went on to a tremendous career at Cornell, where he is a senior, earned all Ivy and all academic honors as a long-stick committee while helping lead his team to the national championship. Following his graduation, he wanted to play for the professional indoor lacrosse team, Boston Blazers, for 10 years and captaining the team in his final year. After retiring, he followed in his father's footsteps by beginning a long coaching career in which he has coached on both the high school and international level. On the international level, he has helped coach the U.S. national indoor lacrosse teams in both 2007 and 2014. After many years at Newburyport High School in Massachusetts, he is currently the head coach of Plant High School in Tampa, Florida, where he has led the team to a record of 123 and 38 over the past 9 seasons. Mr. Francis, please join us on stage to accept your award.
It's an impressive young man right there. I'm glad Arch went first. Mom, Dad, 3-helmet sport athlete. Explains a lot. And also, there's one other thing I want to concur with. Jane Carpenter's velvet cake was phenomenal. Unbelievable. As they mentioned, I grew up here, and this was probably the greatest life that you could have growing up. Not only the community with the parents and the students and the teachers and growing up, the facilities were unbelievable. So I was just very fortunate to have grown up. We lived at 10 Payson Avenue. You guys know it as the parking lot behind Mem Dorm. The day after we graduated, the day after Dad retired, they knocked it down and it's now a parking lot. So it works well. But my brother and I had the luxury, along with a lot of the other faculty kids, of this place really being our playground. The rock that sits out here with the plaque on it used to sit somewhere around here, and it was a perfect 7-iron from right inside Mem Dorm to the rock. We later found out that the windows behind us are a perfect 4-iron. So there were a lot of things that we had the opportunity to play in the hockey rink any day we wanted. And this was the place that really fired my passion to play lacrosse. And I've had the luck of, after 20 years of being an engineer, to get back into it full time. And I really enjoy working, much like my dad did, working with kids and affording them an opportunity to use sport to get them a better education. And that's what Williston instilled in me. I don't know that I would have been an early decision candidate at Cornell. Just turns out that I had the luxury of being a pretty good lacrosse player. One other thing that Arch asked me a question of is, what made you be a goalie? And this is just a pretty funny story. But they used to make the sticks here, or they did a trial run of injection molding sticks here in East Hampton. And through the youth hockey program, one of the mothers had 3 sticks. So my dad got them and brought them back and had them strung up. And I don't have an older brother. I don't have a younger brother. I am the younger brother. So Jeff and Jim Shaler took the 2 normal sticks, handed me the goalie stick, and told me to go stand in front of the fence. Started throwing stuff at me. And I kid you not, that's what turned me into a goalie. I loved it. My passion for it grew from there to something that it's taken me all over the world, and it's put me in front of thousands of kids to be able to coach and mentor them and hopefully, lead them to a better path in life through a better education and really giving yourself a passion for everything. So these days where there's so much pressure with young kids of sports specialization, as I said, a 3-sport athlete, tennis was also a huge passion of mine as a kid. As a matter of fact, Doc Gow, when I was driving up here today, my mom mentioned that this used to be alumni sports weekend. And one other thing that we used to do is Doc Gow, who was the girls' tennis coach, would have a mixed doubles tournament. So Hank Bear, if he's here yet, please show your hand, because Hank was my co-football and lacrosse captain, and I would make him wear a skirt and a wig, and we would go play in the mixed doubles tennis tournament. And Doc Gow would actually set us up with the #1 girl and him as our opponent in the first round, and we would lose. But that's the fun. We played all these sports around here because it was fun. We didn't come out thinking about where we were going to get recruited and what kind of scholarship we were going to get. And one thing that I want to make sure that everybody understands about youth sports these days is don't take the fun out of the game. That's why we play it. We want to go have fun. We want to enjoy it. And if we can get this opportunity, that's great. So